Hello ladies and gents, Dyson here. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the most anticipated games for February 2025. And up first we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 coming out on the 4th. It is a pretty anticipated game. I know I have some friends who are really excited for it, and then the site that I use, it is listed as very anticipated. So, and then all the other stuff I found online, people just talking about it on Twitter, all that fun stuff. So of course, sequel to the first game. I never really played the first game. I think I own it, but then never really played it. But I have a couple friends who just love it. They just say it's an incredible game. And then I've watched one of those friends play the game a little bit, and it did look very interesting, and I still never gave it a try. I don't know why, but the second one from the trailer I watched looks incredible. It is an action RPG adventure game. It's also open world, single player game. Of course, it's a medieval game as well. It's coming to PC, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5. I'm hoping to make these videos a little faster. I'm going to try shorter ones where it's just like screenshots instead of trailer videos or any gameplay videos. I'm going to see how that does. Probably might go back to the trailers if those videos seem to do better, but if the just nice little pictures do well, then I might just keep doing those, or I will try to do the ones with trailers and gameplay if I have the time. This one I'm trying to get out really fast, so I'm just going to use screenshots of the game themselves, or just pictures, or like the loading screen, or what the loading screen will be. So let's get into the rest of them. And next is Civilization 7 coming out on February 11th. And this one is very anticipated. It's up there. A lot of people are excited for this one. And I know all you Civilization fans out there, you know what the style of gameplay is. The only thing it says for me here is strategy. I've never actually played a Civ game, so I can't really say exactly if strategy is the best word for it or not. So I feel like there's more than just strategy to it, but it is coming to many platforms. It is coming to Switch, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. And then it says Switch 2 with a little asterisk. So I guess when the Switch 2 is released, we'll know. Or maybe it'll be a day one. Who knows? Or shortly after. It'll probably be shortly after. But specifically about this, for like the anticipatedness of it, I have seen a little bit online about it. This one, out of all the February games coming out, is probably the number 2 most advertised I've seen. I haven't really seen advertisements for a lot of the other ones. I guess I did maybe see 1 or 2 for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And maybe it's just since it's earlier on in the month, I haven't seen all the other ones. But Civ 2 I've definitely seen the second most of. I've seen it many times in the last probably 2 months. And the other one is later. it's a later game. And up next for one of the most anticipated games, this one's pretty anticipated. It's got enough people looking, at it and excited about it that it makes the list. It is remastered versions of Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6, which I believe is just going to be a trio of games. You just boom, you get all 3, and they're all remastered. So that's cool. And I don't remember if I played any of these Tomb Raiders. It might have been older Tomb Raiders that I played. Maybe it was 2. I don't remember exactly. But this probably won't be the one that I'm gonna get. None of the games I've actually been anticipated for yet. I'm not excited about any of them so far. The other 2 I'd definitely try. Tomb Raider remastered games. I don't know. But it's coming out on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025, for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, and the Switch. Might come to Switch 2 later. And it's, of course, their action-adventure games. They're Tomb Raider games, or Lara Croft. Or is it Lara or Laura? Probably Lara Croft. I had to remember from the newer Tomb Raider games how people said it. Lara Croft. There we go. And it's called the Darkness Trilogy. Oh boy, people have a name for the trilogy. That's cool. So I can see why it's anticipated. I just looked at some of the screenshots, and I'm gonna watch the trailer real quick. Okay, we're back, and I did watch the trailer, and the remaster doesn't look bad, but I guess we'll hope and see for the Tomb Raider fans, because I know not all remasters are good right off the rift. They can be silly, and they need updates. So hopefully these Tomb Raiders are good to go. And next is The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2, also releasing on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025. It is coming to PC, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PlayStation 5. Sorry, Xbox fans, not getting this one, it sounds like. And the only thing that's listed for me here is RPG. It's probably more like a JRPG, maybe? Or maybe I would say that here. I don't know. It's an RPG at least. And from the trailers that I watched, any of the videos I watched, there's a lot of screenshots for this one. And 4 different videos that I watched. There's a story trailer, there's some gameplay gameplay trailer. There was like a cinematic one, and I mean, yeah, it looks like your typical RPG game. But hey, it's anticipated. It's right under the level of the Tomb Raider remasters, but it's still enough that it makes this list. So hey, for all the people excited for the Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2, enjoy. Nothing on this list is me being anticipated for myself yet. There is one for sure that I am excited for, and it'll be end of the month. So I'm excited to talk about that one. That one I'll probably talk about the most. For sure. It's going to be awesome. And up next is a game that is extremely anticipated. A lot of people excited for this one. This one I am both I'm excited for and not at the same time, just because there's been some controversy around it. I try to stay away from the controversial games, at least until people shut up about it, and then I'll go play them. So I don't have to hear anything from anybody if I enjoy these games. The only game I think recently that was controversial in some way was Hogwarts Legacy, and that's the only game that I played day one that's like a controversial game, in recent years. All the other controversial ones that I wanted to play, I waited a little bit until some people calmed down, until calmness happened. Next one I'm probably going to play that there's some controversy around is Ghost of Yotei, so, but whatever, I love samurai stuff, so I'm pumped. But let's get on to this game that's extremely anticipated, coming on February 18th, and that game is Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment. And I'm not going to lie, the gameplay does look fun. There's a lot of magic and stuff like that. It's an RPG, of course. Obsidian has made pretty fun games in the past, but I'm gonna have to wait for people to calm down and chill out before I go enjoy it. That probably shouldn't stop me from going and enjoying a game I want to try or play, but I don't know, I just feel weird about I don't want to hear anything from anybody. I just want to play the game and enjoy it. So when people calm down and stop thinking about it, they have some new thing to be angry at, then hey, I'll probably try it out. It does look really good, and it's coming to Xbox Series X and PC, and maybe since all these other games are coming to PlayStation, maybe this will eventually come to PlayStation. So maybe I can wait and then I'll get I can get it on PlayStation and play it there. I do have an Xbox, I just barely ever play it. I like a PlayStation controller. I grew up on PlayStation. I really grew up on Nintendo, but PlayStation is just my main thing. And if it never comes to PlayStation, then, well, no problem. I'll update the whole Xbox and I'll play it there. But it's extremely anticipated. Probably the most anticipated game on this list if I'm looking at sheer number of people excited to play it and stuff like that. Except for maybe the last game, which is one I'm very excited for. It might be the only one that gives it a run for its money or beats it. So we'll go on to the next game. And that game is Lost Records Bloom and Rage Tape 1, coming out on the 18th as well. This one's decently anticipated, more so if we had to put a number to it, a little bit more than the Tomb Raider remasters. It's an action adventure, and it says romance is listed here. Romance game, cool. It is coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X. I wonder if it's maybe one of those like Life is Strange or Telltale-esque games. That's what it looks like from the trailer. I didn't watch any gameplay or anything like that, but that's just kind of the feel I get for it. I've never played any of those Life is Strange games, but that's, for whatever reason, the art style and the look of the trailer that I watched looks very much like that. So I don't know for sure, but that's just how I see it. But hey, there's people excited for it, so I hope they enjoy it. This one's not on my list or anything like that, but it's up there. So for you guys who are gonna play it, I hope it's good. And next is a game that I don't know if I'm excited for or not. I think I am, because it just looks so wacky and fun, and the pirate ship combat on it feels a lot like Black Flag in a way. I mean, it's goofier, of course, but it does actually look pretty fun. And that is Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It looks fun. It looks wacky, but it looks fun. And that comes out on February 21st, 2025. It is releasing on Xbox Series X, PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PlayStation 5. It's an action-adventure RPG game. Of course, it's pirates. There's naval combat, like I mentioned before. And it says it's a hack and slash and fantasy game. And then, of course, Sega is involved, and anything that's Sega's involved in, I usually get pretty excited about. Even though I grew up a Nintendo kid, I still had a Sega to play when I went visited my dad or my grandpa. I'd play Sega games sometimes, but it was mostly Nintendo games. But Sega, I still enjoyed. Sega is cool. I like Sega a lot. And anything I've seen about this Pirate Yakuza game, it looks crazy, but it looks good. It's made me laugh every time I see like a trailer for it. And there's a lot of trailers I've seen for it. This one, I think I've seen the most advertisement for. It might be tied with the last game. There's only one more game after this one. If it doesn't beat it, it's tied. I've seen a lot of a lot of marketing for this one, and it's good marketing. I mean, it makes me want to play it, but also just the story itself. And then what really got me really thinking about it was the dang ship combat. I was like, ooh, I did love the ship combat in Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4. Man, it was so good, and it looks so good in this game. So I hope for all the people anticipating it, I believe it is. It's definitely one of the most anticipated ones here. There's some that are higher, of course, but it's probably number 3 or 4 on this list of the most anticipated by people, which is, I mean, I get it. I get it. From everything I've seen, I get it. It looks super fun. So this one is a maybe. I'm also anticipating it. It's like the other game that I'm probably gonna get out of the games that are anticipated. The other probably was Civ 7. And then the for sure is up next. And there we go. I had to check the date for what day it came out. And this one is very anticipated and right on the level of avowed anticipation. Oh yeah, I'm going to try avowed. So there's 3 probably going to try it. This one comes out February 28th, this last game. It's coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X. And the very first one of this series that I ever played was a game that had World in the title. That's the first one I ever played. And then I played Rise after that a little bit. Did LAN parties with my friends on our Switches. This game's not going to be on Switch. I'm talking about Monster Hunter Wilds. I played the beta of this, and there's more betas coming this month. I forget which days. I think the 6th is one of them, and then a few days later it goes offline, and then another day or 2 after that, maybe later, I don't remember. There's another, basically same beta on for another 2 or 3 days. So if you haven't tried any of the betas or anything like that, try it. Try the beta, because I love Monster Hunter World, and it got me into the series. Rise is also very good. Monster Hunter Wilds, playing the beta, this game is going to be crazy good. I am super anticipated eating this one. I don't know what I tried to say there. I meant to say I'm super excited for this one, and then I flubbed. But Monster Hunter Wilds, oh man, it's very anticipated. It is. If it's not number 1, it's number 2 for most anticipated game on this list for all people. For me, it's number 1. But for all people, Avowed probably has a little bit more from what I've seen about people talking about it. And this game I've seen more ads for than all the other games, but on par with the Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza game. Yeah, oh man, it looks so good from anything I've seen that I haven't played myself involving the beta. It just looks fantastic. I cannot wait. And for anyone who's not played Monster Hunter, it's an action RPG game. It's a Capcom game. Capcom always has pretty good games, and their ones that are really good are really good. They're just absolute bangers, and their recent Monster Hunter games have just been bangers, and I am so excited for this one. This one comes out February 28th, last day of February. And I don't think I can wait that long. I think I already said the date, but I'm trying to comprehend it in my head that I still have to wait that long for it. Maybe not my most anticipated game for the year. That one's hard. That one's probably Doom, The Dark Ages, or Borderlands 4. But Monster Hunter Wilds is right under those, and I'm excited. But also I'm excited because I have my buddies who play Monster Hunter, and I'm just gonna play the hell out of this game with them. And I'm one of those bow mains, and the bow, all the new things and mechanics for the weapons in the game. The one with the bow was so good, hitting the weak points and stuff like that. I'm really hyping this game up because I loved it so much. If Monster Hunter's not your thing, I get it. I got some buddies where Monster Hunter's not really their thing. Also understandable, but you should try the betas because there might be enough changes that make people who don't necessarily like it that much or just don't, quite understand it yet. Maybe you're thinking, maybe I can like it, maybe not. Try the betas. You might like this one because, oh man, it's so good. So yeah, can't wait for Monster Hunter Wilds. Definitely my most anticipated. From all the other people I've seen talking about it, it's number 2 on this list, and it's just going to be an incredible game. So I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. Wow. Okay. Well, it is the last one of the, last day of the month, but also looking at these other games, they're just not as anticipated. Some people, there's a lot of more games coming out in February, but they're just a lot of games I haven't heard of, and I haven't seen anyone else talking about them. My friends aren't talking about them. I've I've looked these games up online and don't really see many people talking about them. Some of them I don't see anyone talking about. I'll find stuff on Reddit sometimes and on Twitter sometimes, or sorry, X or whatever, and also Facebook. Facebook, a lot less, but I Reddit and Twitter is where I've seen a lot of people talking about these anticipated games, and Avowed and Monster Hunter a lot. and those are going to be good games. Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm so pumped for. I can't stop talking about it. I'm so pumped for it. But I'll stop here. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and toodaloo.